Hey, Buzz, it's Roslynn back at you one more again. I hope everybody is doing blessed. I'm doing blessed and highly favored, and definitely hope the same for you. And if this is your first time stopping by my channel, much love to you and welcome. And to my returning subs, my growing extended family, as always, thank you so much for the love and support y'all been constantly giving me. Is truly, truly a blessing. So with that being said, much love to all. Namaste. Love and blessings, even love and light. And I hope all the blessings is head your way. I know I messed up my my intro. I was up here trying to look for this title, and I'm moving more ahead of myself than I was supposed to. But hey, I'll let it do what it do. But anyways, if you have been watching my videos and you have not already, please like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell at the bottom so you know when I'm about to upload my next video. Also, if you're comfortable enough, drop me a line or two. I would love the chance to get to know you as much as you're getting to know me, even if it's about the positive feedback to the content of my video or you're telling me about your empathic gift. If you feel like the videos are uplifting, give you good vibes, you would love to share with a loved one, family, or a friend, or even a fellow empath that may be going through some trying times at the moment and needing confirmation or validation towards life path or even soul purposes, or just needing spiritual guidance, please go ahead and share them while you're at it. Give your girl a thumbs up, like, and also share on your social media favorites wherever you see fit. As always, thank you so much for the love and support. It's truly appreciated, and I hope you're able to resonate with the content of my video. And the video I'm doing today is called Twin Flame 101. When you think you are not inspiring people, the people that act like they don't see you know that they're inspired by you. It's like if they don't be paying attention, you think nobody ain't paying attention, trust me, they paying attention. They see you. You know, it was something like that, but you'll see it when I get ready to upload the video. It's around that part. Cause I done got, when I tell y'all, I done wrote so many different things on here that I've been just getting inspired by. And I'm like, oh, I'm gonna do it this way. I'm gonna use it on my podcast. I'm gonna do it on this, and this, and that, and third, but just forgot. But yeah, there's a lot of people, they're going through things where you feel like you're not getting your credit when credit's due, or you're doing things and just not really getting recognized, or there's different people that are out here doing the same thing as you and they may be receiving their abundance of appreciation, or is whatever they're doing, it is just really coming out, and it's just like, tag, what do I need to do towards that? And it's like, number one, you should never compare your journey to somebody else's. That is like the biggest stress, heaviness in your life that you really, 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 truly don't want to do. Because it's like with my situation, it can be frustrating when I can see, people that can upload something and it's like not even 10 minutes go by and they already probably got like 2 or 3K already. But I have to understand a lot of these different people has been in the game a lot longer than me. Number two, there's a lot of people that are not doing the same thing as the contents as me. If you have different people that are all doing doing their situation, like there's some people that I know, they got a whole production team that's, they're dealing with, they got money and stuff to do all that. You never know what people are doing. And so it's always good to never sit up here and compare your journey to somebody else's. Those are the situations it's truly going, because it's just like sometimes people will not come up and tell you. When people are not threatened by you, they will tell you, hey, you really inspire me. You are really allowing me to really help myself really grow. I know I've heard a lot of people say, Roslynn, you done helped me in the last week than I've had with my therapist for like 2-3 years. And I heard that a lot of times. And I'm like, Dad, are you serious? And it wasn't even feeding the ego, but it allowed you to know you're doing something very good. Even though you may not get recognition for it, you keep going. Because if you're always waiting for recognition to come out, it's like you're needing somebody else's approval about what you're doing. You're looking for external validation when that's something that's telling you about it. That's why I know I really have compassion for the things that I do, because I love my podcast. I've never did podcasting before, and I just started getting into it. I think it's almost been close to a year I've been doing that. And it's just being able to allow myself to know I'm just expanding. I'm just going where God allowing me to go. There are certain situations that, it was only supposed to be for that moment, but I'm truly appreciating those at the same time. And a lot of times you may not feel like people are not taking acknowledgement for what you do. But there's a lot of times some people may just be intimidated by you. With you being a Heyoka, you already a walking trigger. Just for a lot of people, I've known a lot of time. My mom used to ask me, every time I was getting into a fight with somebody, or I was constantly losing a job, or I don't went for somebody's head because they were coming at me crazy. Like my mom, like, you are janky as hell. It's like, God rest my mama's soul, but she was like that. And you just come to find out what a Heyoka is. We are that triggering source. And a lot of times we triggering towards our other warriors, because there's some certain things that we got going on in our life may be a trigger towards somebody else's in their growth. And a lot of times it was situations that, came about, and I really just didn't understand. It's just like, I would never do that to you. But next thing you know, I got people sitting up here doing some hellish stuff to me, because they may have gotten intimidated because just the vibrations that I project out, or maybe I don't have to do so much to get recognized by certain things. People are like, oh, why have this or why have that? Or, I wasn't humble when I first started. It wasn't even affecting me bragging about things, but it was just so happy about knowing about my truth, even when it was going through a trauma, because I was very traumatized, as well as going through a mental breakdown of all sorts and trying to find myself in so many different ways. So it's like through those times, I really had to allow myself to be humble. There's a lot of things where not everybody needs to know your story. If they find out through what they're finding out, if universe wants them to know, then okay, but then if you're putting it out there, you never know what people may think of that, and it's all, it is what it is, but just being able to just allow myself to think of the now, being able to say, yeah, I went through a lot of traumatic situations, within my life. This is my growth of experience. I'm projecting that within my experience of not just really, going out there and just spilling everything out, because not everybody needs to know about stuff that you're doing, just being able to say, okay, I went through these different things. Sorry about that. Y'all got my fan on and my hair is like really itching my face. Going through all those different things I've gone through, is really gave me strength, is really allowed me to keep going. A lot of people tell me, Roslynn, you have had so many bad things that happened to you in your life. How can you still be compassionate, towards people? I said, not everybody is like the people that did the things they did to me. We have all got dirt on our lives. We have all got situations that may be a burden to us that's hard for us to bear, or certain things that we're still having issues with letting go, but I'm not trying to place that on everybody, on everything that's taking place. And I feel like, if I initiated something to go out, then that's on me. But if somebody's doing that and they're just trying to do certain things, that's just on them. But it's just all about what you're choosing to do about your life. When you're allowing yourself to be authentic, it's just like with my situation, with me being a content creator and stuff like that, even though I'm not as big as a lot of people that I connect with, but just being able to appreciate the people that are on that same level. It's just like I try to do everything I can to be able to stay connected with people that I know that are content creators like me, being able to show support, on certain things. Just like I know I got my two sisters, my soul sisters here. They do tarot card readings. It's like breezy, be easy tarot card readings and go with the flow, because I tell them all out front, it's not the fact that I don't want to support you. I used to have an addiction to tarot card readings, so I don't watch them like that because I don't want to become addicted. It's not the fact that I don't want to support them, because I really truly do. I appreciate anybody who does that, because I always try to make sure I'm giving that love back. I don't want to feel like you're just giving it all to me and I'm not doing the same thing for you, because you don't want people doing that to you. So I tend to do that. But just being able to, you learn a lot of lessons from all the things that you're going through, and never feel like, whatever you're doing on that good intent is not in vain. God always tell you that. There are certain times it's just like, I want to just stop, because it was like before I was getting so much, so many views on certain videos. I was having, my subscriber was going straight through the roof and all this stuff. But Your true challenge is when things start slowing down and stuff like that. Even if it's not going, in fast pace like that, you just never know what God has intended for you. And they always keep on telling you, keep going, keep inspiring people. And I always tell people my motto and what I love to do: just become an inspiration for yourself. And when you're projecting positivity into somebody's life, don't ever, you're inspiring somebody else. You're inspiration to inspire others. And I tell people that a lot. You just don't know what kind of situation that your life can be. And a lot of times it took me a hard, that was something I had to really embody and really see it like that. And it was like a moment. Because a lot of times I'm just like, this situation, I didn't ask for this. This is so effed up. It made me want to do some hard stuff to a lot of people and just not care. I've always been that person. If I don't like you, I just tell you I don't like you. I know what was it yesterday? It was an IG video. And when I say I hollered, I straight hollered, because I know that is me. And it was just like, somebody say they don't like you. It was like, oh, B, you gonna hit me in a special part of I don't give a. And I'm like that. I really don't care. I used to worry about being liked. I used to worry about being noticed. Now I'm just like, half of the time, sometimes what you're doing, and it could be just you acting a fool in your life. A lot of time that intention is not good intention. If you being authentic, there's going to be certain people that just not going to like you because you're disturbing something that they don't want to acknowledge within themselves. So they want to be able to take you down because they don't want you being noticed about that. Or a lot of times people feel like you outshining them, and those are the things. Instead of telling somebody, you know what, you inspire me to do so much better in my life. There's some people put you into a box of where they're wanting comparing to your life, or they want to compete against you. And I tell anybody, hey, you ain't meant to be on this. We ain't on the same journey. My life is my life, and I understand it. Just because you don't understand it, it may be not meant for you to understand. But as long as you know where you're going on your journey and I'm going on mine, now if we can meet halfway and can unite on that, cool beans, let's go ahead and go. We can be cool back, laid back, like, a daggone freezer tray of ice. We can be cool like that. But it's just like certain things that's going on in your life is preparing you. Don't look for outside validation. It's just like there's times I've gotten to that point where I've seen what people do for views. I see what people do for likes. And I'm not saying everybody like that, but I've seen it, and I've always been that type of person. That's why there's a lot of times where universe guides me to be vulnerable. On my vulnerable moments, I've been here where I've tried not to ugly cry because I was going through so much in my life. Or there's different things where people are coming to me that needed that assistance, and I felt all that energy they were bringing to me. And it wasn't like they were doing it on purpose, but a lot of times we wear that like clothes. And with you being HSP, hypersensitive person, you tend to read that even before you come into initial contact with people like that. And it would be very heavy for me, So it was just like, a lot of people respect me because the fact is I'm keeping it real. There's days, hey, I tell you, I'm not positive, every day, but there's a lot of times where I've allowed people to let me come out of pocket in my emotions and make an ass out of myself when I should have just blocked them and keep it moving. But I had to learn from those situations, because a lot of times people know, if you've been with me for a long time, I try not to bring negativity to my vibrations towards this. Even if I may be going through that, that's not something I want to project on here, because there's a lot of times people be putting stuff out like that and they act a fool, and it's like you can't take it back because it's already been seen. You already got it out here. That's what social media feeds up on nowadays, is drama, issues, you clapping back at one person, or you cutting a fool on this, and then you crying and boo-hooing and gotta explain yourself and stuff like that. And I'm just like, look, if I know what kind of intention I have, and that wasn't my intent on hurt nobody, I'll tell people real quick, my intent is not to hurt you. But if my truth hurts your soul, that's more about you and less about me, and I'm gonna pray for you, and just leave it at that and keep it moving. But there's a lot of times people came at me sideways because they were intimidated by the things that I knew, intimidated because I knew something before they did. And it's just like, it's enlightenment, boo-boo. boo. You know what I'm saying? You learn new stuff every day. There are certain things you can teach me that I will be appreciating and know. I'm like, yeah, what's this? Tell me about that. And some people are like, oh, okay, I got to email you. Okay, I want to know about what you're telling me about. And those are the things when I get something from somebody else, I want to say, you know what? Just like I said for this, I said, it's crazy when I can watch, when I see different things like, the rappers and stuff be doing, because Cardi B, she's silly, but there's a lot of things she do I don't agree on, but just her being, because I really feel she an empath anyway, because she got that boldness about her and she do it. And even though, we are human, we have human experiences, there's a lot of things she do that I can't agree on. I'm like, okay, that's her. But there's a lot of funny things she do. She just silly without even trying to be silly, just because she being blunt about it. And I like that. Just like Nicki Minaj, she does the same situation. But it's just like you being authentic, it can get you in a lot of situations, but also there'll be people that really appreciate that authenticity about you and saying, you know what, she really can relate to my life. And there's a lot of times where I ask God, why do you want me to where I'm feeling broken, or I feel a little bent up or uptight, or I'm just fed up at that point, not wanting to be here no more, waking up, don't want to feel this pain again, and I feel like that. I don't care what my haters have. I know people always wishing stuff on me anyway. And that's more about them and less about me. When I can allow myself to be honest about it, I can keep it real, because I already know whatever I'm going towards, if I'm not initiating that and egging it on, God gonna protect me anyway, regardless on what people try to do to me. I've seen a lot of people put stuff on me. I've seen a lot of different things that people did to try to get me, just did some very hurtful, messed up stuff. Out of situations that it was more about their issues with me than my issues of what I was issuing out, whatever. But these are the things. Allow yourself to keep being positive. Keep it real. Keep it honest. If there are certain things that you know that can be very triggering to you, or it may get you a lot of attention that and it may not be positive, don't allow yourself to address those things. But if it's about you getting your truth out there, allow your truth to go, because there's a lot of people that are going to appreciate you for that. There's a lot of times where people will say things to you, and I always tell people, anytime you're about to you're venturing out on being a content creator, especially on these social sites and stuff like that, or whatever you're doing, people tell me, Roslynn, you inspired me, or I was guided to you about the different videos you make. Because like I said, I get aggravated because of the quality of my videos, because when I first started, they were on point, but I guess it's just the kind of computer I have is really not compatible with what I do. But I'm like, hey, I got to work with what I work with. It is what it is. As long as my message is getting out there, that's all that's important to me. When people are threatened, they start bringing up things that that shows they're very intimidated by you. I've had people do that too. I had people just very like, I don't poke somebody just by telling my truth, and I knew what kind of intentions you prove, and you doing way better than me, but you keep on barking out on my tree, or you having people watch me. And obviously what my truth is, I ain't got to steal nothing from nobody. If I get an idea from somebody, I'm going to give that person that credit where credit's due, because I don't want nobody taking my material. I've had people honestly ask me, hey, Roslynn, can you tell me something before it actually happened so I can use it as my material? It's, just think of it as you're helping me help you. No, me helping you is you keeping it real. Because it's like I tell anybody, if this is what you're wanting to do, you start off by what God is guiding you towards. Don't be trying to take some material off of somebody else, because when you start doing that, that's going to create a habit. And that means you ain't being authentic, because you're using your stuff. And a lot of people don't know. I can give you some stuff and be making a total lie about it just to see up here and see you make an ass out of yourself just to prove a point. You don't know. But I ain't got time for that. I try to be real about it. If I know I got to lie about it, I'm just not going to speak on it. And I tell people that real quick. I keep it very real. I keep it transparent. And that's why a lot of people can mess with me in that vibration, because you can see me at my vulnerable times where I'm just crying, and I don't like doing that, and it could be a cry where it's not just being a gratitude of everything I went through is allowed me to show my strength with everybody. It ain't about getting attention because I ain't got time for all that. It's just like, oh, I'm going through this because I've been through situations like that when I first started, and I did not realize I was projecting myself on being a victim because of the things that has happened to me. Yes, it happened. And it was like, I wasn't even, this is me unfolding, didn't even know I was projecting myself to being a victim for so long. And then when I had to allow myself, no, you ain't a victim of nothing. Your butt is going to be a victor of everything that's been placed on you to destroy you, going to deliver you in the most powerful way. And I tell people, if you want to go ahead and be like a content creator, you have to have tough skin for it, because it's like, especially if you're doing something positive, excuse me, you're doing something positive. Sorry about that. I've been drinking water. There's going to be some people that's going to give you flack. It's going to, they're going to give you all kind of slack, wanting to do anything they can do to you. And I tell people, there'll be people over here though, on that thug text and stuff like that. Because I tell people, let me tell you how all these people are. When you giving people that negative response, number one, if you don't do videos, if you don't agree with what they're saying or whatever like that, don't leave no message like that, because you don't know what it took for courage for this person to get on this type of situation and put themselves out there. And if you want to judge that person and you feel like you can do better, then you show them how it's supposed to be done. If not, have a whole glance to shut the up, and just let that person do what it do. Because there's videos I've seen people make out of me, and I just laughed about it. I'm like, boo, if you want to go ahead and have that kind of fanatic action that you want to have within yourself, go ahead. You making me famous by talking about me like that. But like, Dad, let me see what they talking about with this girl. And you sit up here saying all this and that about it. I don't care. Because it ain't bragging if you can back it up. So I'm that type of person. It ain't bragging if you can back it up. It ain't even about that. But if that was a trigger to you, that was more about you than it is about me. But I tell people, if you want to be a content creator, it will make you have tough skin, because you're going to deal with a whole lot of people. And I tell people, if you're doing something, they ask me where I was on it. I want to do videos. And I'm like, okay, what are you doing your content on? I always make sure I love to be able to give that blessing of help to other people that I got when I first started, because God sent a whole bunch of people my way, because I wanted to be that person I am today that I needed back then. So I want to be able to tell people that you're going to have people not want to give you comments. They're going to have people that want to give you thumb down. I always tell people, don't even allow them to know how many subscribers you got, who don't dislike and like everything, because a lot of times people want to do that to start a damn negative gravy train. They want to bring something stupid to you to bring a whole bunch of other negative stuff to you, or they want to try to act like they know your life so well and don't know how you are off camera, and all those different things. So I tell people, don't give up because there's people want to sit up here and have a strike towards your video, because I had the most positive vibration. It was a milestone for me that I was so proud of. And I had people that knew me personally went back and blocked my video, got my video blocked, because that was a fact of some truth that they didn't want to come out. And that was fine. Because see, after it did, because I was getting mad and I want to tell God, like, bump it, I'm done. No, you take your butt back. Because when people see that they're able to do that, they're going to keep on blocking your videos every single time, because they don't want to see you grow. You inspire people. And a lot of times that inspiration comes from intimidation, comes from comparison, all those different things where people are trying to challenge you. Because I see that vibration when it comes to me. I'm like, I ain't about to entertain your butt, because I already see you about to give me a future headache that I'm not even trying to have. I'm gonna allow you to play with it with yourself. You get better action. You ain't getting it out of me. But I appreciate all those situations that I go through. And it's not even about to go through all the drama and stuff that I went through, but it's just being able to appreciate the drama that came my way that helped me become stronger. You are inspiration to a lot of people, especially your haters. Because when you have haters out there, it's like having an issue with anybody that's trying to enter success. That's my vibration of it, because I know they got a whole acronym on that mess. But it's just anybody that sees you trying to have a come up in your life, that you're not doing that same vibration as them. When you started doing, you were mirroring that, it was fine. When you start following suit behind them, it was fine. But when you got to that point and you got very serious about wanting better in your life, there were certain things you had to sacrifice. You can't keep doing no more. Even if you're in a situation that you're tired of being in, you will see how that situation untried you and it unchanged you. Because I've seen a lot of stuff that I be on here that I used to watch. I used to love watching 911 videos and stuff like that. Even it wasn't even affect the trauma, but just being able to see how somebody helped you. My butt's so sensitive, I can't tolerate that no more. I might watch the crime shows. Like I love watching that chapter. Bailey Syrian, I love her as well. With Christina Randall and Eleanor Neal and Brooke McCann and all those different people. I love to watch that, but I ain't even been watching those lately because it's been coming too heavy for me. That's how I know my situation has changed. I try to, watch things that make me laugh, or I try to watch things that are like, I like random act of kindness where I see things where I'm crying tears of joy because I'm seeing somebody help somebody else, where I'm seeing somebody projecting kindness out there to people. Because there's so much different stuff that's out here. I can't even digest it anymore. But just being able to see how my change is really taking place, even if I'm not where I want to be right now, is preparing me for more than what I expected. And these are the things that you're going to go through. There's going to be people you inspire every day. When you allowing yourself, like I say, there'll be days that I want to cry. And I'll tell y'all that y'all might not see a tear that come down my eye, or sometimes I'll catch myself. I'm like, oh, I'm getting heavy in my emotions. And a lot of times y'all can feel it because y'all are empaths. So you're going to feel that vibration within me. There's a lot of things that I go through on an everyday basis I don't even speak about because it's like I'm making my peace with that. I'm going to let God do what it do. The three things you cannot hide for long: the sun, the moon, and the truth. And I had to keep on moving, allowing myself to stay fixated on me. Not worry about what outsiders trying to keep me from or what they trying not to lie and cover up. I don't have time for all that. But I'm allowing myself to be positive, allowing my experiences within my life, how it changed me, to help you change you. And those are the things that you're going to deal with. Because even when people are not giving you validation, validate yourself. I used to worry about that stuff like that. And it wasn't even about worrying about it, but I got angry because the fact is I'm being honest. I'm being authentic. I'm keeping it real. I'm being me. I want to be able to show different people, not rubbing stuff in their face, but being able to be happy because you're motivated to do something better in your life. If you didn't do it, you didn't give it your all yesterday, I want to be 10 times harder when I'm coming back today. And a lot of times people don't like that, because I have people in my life and they get angry because they pray so much bad on my life and it ain't doing nothing but making me stronger. And there's a lot of times you won't have people like that in your life because they try to understand this person I went through hell and back on frequent flyer miles, and hell, they might be parts of them may be still there. You're probably like, Roslyn's still there, and God, devil got a restraining order. This heifer cannot come nowhere 150 feet from this salt, this asphalt, sulfur, and rotted whatever. She can't come here. She don't created so much hell that is worse than what I can do, and God like, no, baby, I ain't ready for you yet. You still got some incarnate to do, and you got to do some integration and all that. You be back here in a minute, but when you come up here, maybe having to go back, and that's what it is. But it's just about the fact is when you're placing good intent, I tell that a lot to people, when you're placing good intent out to the world, how you are using your struggle on how you are making it. You are leveling up. You're appreciating even your worst times from your best times and seeing them both at the same kind of vibration. When you're appreciating the people that supported you from the people that try to emotionally and mentally destroy you and block you, you're appreciating them all because it brought you life lessons and it made you a lot more stronger. And it made you conscious about making sure you can be able to tell between vibrations of what people are. Now they come in all shape, form, and fashion. And a lot of the devils come projecting the light. So you have to be very protective of that. Keep allowing yourself to go. Anything that you have gone through, any painful experience you have, it had a powerful purpose behind it. And you just don't know. Just because of the situations you were going through, what had nothing to do with you, but it had everything to do about the people you were going to come in contact with that are going to need that help from you. And those are the things that you're doing within your life. You keep it real. No matter if it's hurting your feelings, don't worry about what people think about what you're going through, because there's a lot of people that want to sugarcoat stuff. And a lot of sugarcoat things aren't always sweet when you digest them. A lot of times that truth be tasting tart. So you allow yourself to be yourself. You know, you don't have to let the left hand know what the right hand doing, but when you're allowing yourself to say you appreciate everything that's being done to you, where you see the haters, even the ones that feel like they cloaking and they ain't doing nothing. I respect the people that tell me, Roslynn, don't turn your back on me. I like you better. I don't like the ones that try to act like they ain't doing nothing, where they're trying to make moves to make sure I ain't going nowhere. Obviously, you threatened by what I'm trying to get to. If not, you wouldn't be trying to stop me so much. But I appreciate your effort though, because it's gonna make me know I must be doing something very good for you to be working this hard, when you can apply that towards your own healing and growth. But some people are like that. But allow yourself to keep moving. Allow yourself to be authentically you. Allow yourself to appreciate everything that comes your way, because it's giving you strength to keep going. It's giving you that endurance to keep staying motivated. Allow even your worst times to motivate you to become better. So I hope you were able to resonate the content of this video, y'all. I'm trying to make it moving. I got like 2 more other videos before I start back for my live chat. It will be starting at 6 o'clock. So I hope to be able to virtually and spiritually connect with you. There are different things I'm going to talk about in the topics, or anything that you may want to speak on. I'll be telling y'all, you know, if you want me to talk about different things in these chat topics, please let me know. We can be able to have a whole agenda about that, because a lot of times I just write the content about it and just flow it just like that as it is, unless it's certain things that they want me to write down to make sure I don't forget about it. But all those different things. But it will be held at 6 o'clock. And like I say, I always try to put down a reminder an hour before to let y'all know, hey, it's coming down in an hour. Make sure y'all are ready. You know, it's already set up, so you can, you know, push the set reminder so it can remind you. But I leave all my contact information in the description box below. It's all about, you know, just helping you on your spiritual, you know, it's spiritual networking, basically, to be able to help you with your purpose, or if there may be different things you may want to share with me, or you may have assistance or curiosity about. I try my best to help people do from my experiences, or from what God chooses to want me to share with you, or I just find it, you know, the information to give you that deeper understanding about your life. And I will see y'all on my next one. Whatever you're trying to manifest into your life, you know, I hope it comes bigger and better than what you ever thought you could ever be worthy of receiving, and it comes sooner than you ever expected it. And even through social distancing, make sure you give out love, light, positivity, whereas vibes, frequencies, because you never know. All those things to really take somebody a long way. And I'll see you on my next video. Much love. Peace.